Hi everyone. I am back from a vacation on the coast of California. I was gone for 7 days and it was lovely and cool and green, and there was the ocean and dolphins and otters. It was lovely. Unfortunately, when we came back, there was temperatures above 95 in the shade, and we are back to the sound of the AC and pool filters and people mowing incessantly, but also mostly, yes, I'm down. I'm not happy. The neighbors decided to cut the tree. Started cutting the tree while we were gone, so we were not there to protect anything underneath. So that was the second day today. They need at least 2 more days to finish. This is what I pulled from the bed. Just to show you the size of it. So I pulled that from the bed that was underneath the tree, where the pumpkin and, well, it was lush and green and really nice looking when I left, and well, now it's all broken and I don't think the pumpkin is going to survive, and well, everything is bent and stripped, and this one, I mean, it was huge, starting to flower, and same thing with that. Everything is dripping with sap. Oh man, yep. Everything that we touch, and we are covered in sap. We have it on our clothes, our hair, our shoes. It's all over the yard because they dragged, for some, I don't understand this at all, but they decided to do it from outside of the yard, which is just insane. I have no idea why they would do that instead of the neighbor's side. So luckily today we were back and I told them, you need to do this from the other side. So they did, but you know, a lot of damage had been done, and they're still, you know, of course, I'm sure it's really difficult to cut a tree that size and not drop branches as you are doing it. So, you know. So the yard is unusually silent from bird song and the chatter of squirrels, because, you know, well, I'm sure everybody is under the shock of that tree being cut. It was a major nesting site and food source. That's gone too. So they dragged all these huge branches all over the yard, trying to cut them and get them out to the front. So the whole yard basically has been affected, except for the far back. The apple tree suffered quite a bit. There are quite a few branches cut, of course, lots of fruit knocked to the ground. This side is awful. They tucked this behind. I need to get that back. It's very, very sticky. It was extremely dry because suddenly it lost cover of tree and other plants that were there to shelter it. And of course everything is covered in sawdust and it's kind of drowning plants really. So that was a very unhappy coming home, and unfortunately it will stay unhappy for a very long time because with all the sap and the debris, my daughter cannot have her friends over like she planned. They're going to be cutting for 2 more days, so I am sure more damage is on the way. I've been trying to clean up and clean everything up a bit, and yep, I don't know why on earth they didn't do this in winter. I have no idea, but they didn't, so and that's an heirloom rose that is knocked out. I don't know if that's going to survive either. A lot of what was sprouting in there is dead. Some of it has survived so far anyway. It's really a shame because it was my best year ever in the summer. Everything looked really nice before I left. All the beans are gone. Oh, that suffered quite a bit too, because everything got knocked out of place. I've lost some corn. Well, that's looking absolutely awful. And I did water this morning. I got up pretty early to water before they came. But as you can see, it's very stressed out and not doing too well. I guess I need to rescue some of the tomatoes in there. They destroyed all the fences, of course. Again, if they had let us know in advance, I could have protected a few of these. I've lost quite a few pepper plants that were in there. Everything is so sticky. Everything's looking very, very dry. Even though my daughter did a very good job watering, but the stress of the whole thing is just too much. Well, I guess I'll be presenting the neighbors with a bill of all the plants that do not survive. I wonder if I should put in the cost of me having to buy vegetables because they destroyed my crop. Pear tree is doing well. All of this knocked the plums that were left off the tree. I don't think the fig trees got affected. They are just a bit too far. This area needs water. Yep. That branch got knocked off too from the apricot. Yep, so the branch got knocked down and all the stuff underneath got knocked out too. So I'm going to take care of that now. I've been watering, trying to revive things. So this side hasn't been affected, of course, it's too far from the tree. Things are overgrown, but mostly okay, although the dry weather is really taking its toll. But that's every year. I do have plenty of tomatoes. But we don't want the cat to be outside when the workers are there, so we are keeping him in at night because they arrive early in the morning. And so he hasn't been out all night to chase the rats. And you can see that the rats are starting to eat the tomatoes. So I'm going to pick all of these and bring them in. I'm still not very impressed by either the flavor or how vigorous the Ace tomatoes and Champion tomatoes and all these type are doing compared to the heirloom tomatoes. So I don't think I'll be buying those anymore. We've got some eggplants in there. That's the big eggplants. That's the first ones that I'm getting. The horseradish is doing beautifully. We have eaten zucchini already, several. Well, not already. It's high time to be eating those. The basil is doing well. The peppers are doing very well too. But all in all, I'm not thrilled with this year's garden. It should have been great. But well, we'll see. The kale is done. It's getting attacked by insects now, so I'm going to pull it out. It's with so many days above 95, it's just too much for it. It's getting bitter anyway, so it needs to go. And when your vegetables are being attacked by insects like this, that means something's not right. It's not healthy. So it's time to go. I have a lot of weeding to do because of course I was gone for a week, and a lot of cleanup. It's the end of the Shasta daisies. couple left. That's normal. I'll cut them down and I should get another small flush of it. Lots of figs. We ate all the early ones that we had on the tree. Well, us and the squirrels. And now we are waiting for the second flush to ripen. That bed needs to be watered too. But that is how things look typically at this time of year. It's very hot, and so a lot of the plants just pause their growth and flowering. The salvias usually keep going a little better. So this one's going to flower more. But yep, fairly disappointing. I'm glad a few bees are still finding food. The front of the house, which I'll make a video of that also, because that of course is doing a lot better since, you know, nobody's cutting trees there, so it hasn't been disturbed. Well, I'll make another video when I've cleaned this all up and they are done with the cutting. I need to think about what I want to do instead of, since we're not going to have that tree anymore. Talk to you later. Bye.